in more talk about Nebraska volleyball. The wagon is staying a wagon this year, so we're going to talk about them a little bit. And we're just going to keep following the trend that is set by our good friends at On3. And we are going to talk about large men tonight. Yes, it is all about Nebraska's offensive and defensive lines. Jake will have your social media soundbite, and he has some buy or sell questions that, as per John Schreiner setup tradition, I have no idea what they will be.
Yes,
so that is
you made
going
a surprise
to be wonderful.
on me. I texted you. I asked you if you wanted me to send it out, and you're like, I like a surprise. So hopefully I cooked up some good things for you, Dan.
I honor my forebears in John Schreiner. And holy moly, Rory McIlroy. Yes, there is still going to be a golf segment tonight because when a man gets hot, stays hot. We got to talk about him. And we'll close it out with our closing arguments at the very end. But before that, we'll have a quick Creighton portal update. We're going to see how much time we have towards the end of this show tonight, because as I have found out, it's easier to go long when you're alone. I don't know how that is, but jumping right into it. We gave you a little bit of a primer last night. We were running out of time at the start of the show. I was trying to keep us rolling on time last night, but Bear Puking Gel, he is out. We did get the news yesterday. Braden Frager is going to stay in Nebraska. That's going to be huge.
Oh, going to be very huge.
That's the one that I think I'm the most excited for, to hear that he was going to stay, because after that run in the tournament, he had a little bit of a chance to say, I'm going to take the next step forward in my career and go to a larger Big Ten school, maybe go to the SEC. Big Ten's better than the SEC, but that's neither here nor there. And he chose to stay at Nebraska, which goes to show you that, as I said last night, and as I will now unfortunately be on record saying, Fred knows how to create chemistry within his guys, and he figured out a system that worked last year, and he's going to be able to recreate it this year with the, I was going to say addition.
Yes.
It feels like an addition now with the transfer portal, but with Braden Frager keeping his commitment solidly in the red Nebraska blockhead.
Yes. But expectations is going to be the one thing that I'm very interested to see how it will go. Cause it seems like with every Nebraska sport, anytime there's a big expectations, besides volleyball, of course, it just the next year doesn't seem that good. Like that when they made it to the NCAA tournament in 2014 with Teron Petaway, Walter Pitchford, Siobhan Shields, ranked that next season, and then I think they lost to Incarnate Word.
Yeah, almost right away.
Year. Yeah, so that just gives me a little bit of a worry with the basketball team. But I mean, I think Fred Hoiberg's got them down the right track. No offense to Tim Miles, because he did have some of those really good teams, but with high expectations, it's gonna be really interested to see how that team deals with it.
Well, I mean, Tim Miles, unfortunately, he was a great head coach. He just wasn't the greatest head coach at that time for Nebraska, because they were the overlooked program in this state. And now I think the addition of Fred, the grinding and the eating of caca that he's had to do in this state for so long, I feel like maybe he had to go up to an athletic director at some point in time and maybe say, listen, I've got a vision. You remember, it's me, Fred Hoiberg. I played professionally for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Dan Kampanen has my basketball jersey somewhere. Shout out Free Jersey Night at the Target Center. And I've coached a lot of great players, and I think I can get the most out of this team. I just have to be able to build it and build it and build it until I can find something that works. And luckily for him, Braden Frager falls right into his lap. And then with the transfer in of Price Sanford, that definitely added that little bit of a spark. And then just some tiny point guard walk-on kid who has a really funny last name, just happens to be the do-it-all guy for this team and is unafraid to get hurt and understands what his role has to be on this team. And he might not get points, but he is going to get assists. And that's going to be one that, Sammy boy, I think we're going to miss you pretty
Oh,
pretty heavy this next
100%.
year.
You can't find a lot of players like that, especially in the age we are with college athletics, with NIL and everything. You want guys that want to be the main guy. It's really hard to find a lot of glue guys, I think, today. I mean, you still can, but I mean, Burke was kind of a glue guy. He's moving on, and then losing Sam is just going to be huge for them. And it's going to be interesting to see how they're able to get another guy just like that.
Sorry, I did not realize that my phone hitting the.
You're so angry about Sam Hoiberg. I get it.
I'm so mad. Sam Hoiberg was so good, and he only got one season to truly shine. But one thing that I do think they are going to get is this Belmont transfer, Sam Orm. With him coming in, that replaces a little bit of the size, and I think the ability plus what Berke had. The Berke thing was strange to me, simply due to the fact that I don't know why he would transfer away from a successful program and from the success that they were having at Nebraska.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that maybe it was a dollars and donuts kind of thing, saying, what are you going to do for me this next year? Because obviously I was one of the reasons that we did this in the NCAA tournament. Back that up with a little bit of pay, maybe.
But also, I wonder if it could maybe be a mutual thing, because no offense to Burke, but, coming in, we really thought that he was going to be a very good 3-point shooter for Nebraska, and he never really came up to that. And kind of his message that he kind of put out on social media, getting the tattoo, I wonder, I mean, money definitely could have been a play in it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Fred and Burke thing. Like, maybe it's just best if we just part ways, because I think Burke is a guy that you're able to replace, especially because his struggles from the 3-point line, and Orm, who is a pretty good 3-point shooter and also was second, I think he was second team in Missouri Valley.
Yep, second team all Moval.
Yeah, so someone that can just come in and contribute for you right away.
Well, and I like to redshirt sophomore. So you've got him for, I would assume, minimum of 2 seasons, maximum of maybe a third. I have a feeling that, unfortunately, we can talk about this right now, but I have a feeling that college basketball is going to be moving to a 5 and none model, where you are either 19 or have 5 years of eligibility, and that is bar none, draw the line, end of the road for a lot of guys. So you'll get Sam Orm, 6'9", 220, redshirt sophomore. Looked pretty good. He hasn't. I always find this strange when they say that they got someone out of the transfer portal, but they haven't locked in an official visit yet.
It's very, it's interesting.
I don't know why a guy would either A, commit and not take a visit, or would visit and would visit after he commits.
Yeah. I mean, I saw his reason was he's like, I just watched a lot of their games. I just like how they play. But I feel like there's more to it than just that.
Which makes sense for a 6'9" guy who's 40% from the 3-point line. It's kind of, he probably was watching Rink Maston going, I can do almost exactly what that guy does, but at a mildly higher clip. And they can get me the ball outside the arc so I can become a more efficient 3-point shooter at the size that I am. I'm sure he probably saw dollar signs in him.
Yep.
And not from NIL money, probably from NBA money coming at him. The ones that I wanted to give a little bit of shine to tonight is Drew Fielder from Boise State, locked in. He's here right now at this moment. Drew, if you can hear our voice, 402-951-1620. Give us a call. Let us know how you like the campus at the University of Nebraska at Lincoln. But big forward out of Boise State. I think he'll be one that they're going to be putting the full press on, trying to see if they can get him to come. And then another name that, according to Mr. Robin Washut of Husker Online, has been on their radar is Trayshawn Anderson. Played at North Dakota State this last year. Is a forward, but Lincoln Pius X high school grad, Lincoln native, entered the portal back on the 23rd of March. He was really efficient in his time at North Dakota State. I would hope that maybe that time in the Summit League and kind of being back around Omaha, at least, once, twice a year, having the ability to come back into town, take his official visit again at Nebraska, get a little bit of that renewed interest, maybe draw him in. he's one of those guys that I think for a stretch 4 or even a smaller sized 5, if they need him to play there during some of the games, it opens up the kind of offense that Fred was outlining this year as well. And I think that'll be a little bit of fun to be had.
Oh, definitely. And I think just getting some of the best guys out of the mid-major level is just a really good way to build a program. Not to bring up college football into this, but with Indiana, they kind of did a lot of that with James Madison guys, some lower guys, some players from Ohio and all that. And I think you can also do that in basketball. So I think the route that Fred's going for is some of these high-level mid-major guys to kind of build a team around. Like a mid-major all-stars team is someone that can compete in the Power 5.
Oh, yeah. And then we got our first look today as well at the 2026-27 non-con, the old non-con schedule for Nebraska. And it's fine. You start off with Lemoyne and Lindenwood on December 5th. They have to make the trek up I-80 this year. It's their turn to play in CHI. I will be interested to see. So having gone to quite a few Creighton, Nebraska basketball games over the years, especially the ones at the CHI Center, I'm going to be pretty interested to see what the spread really looks like this year.
Ooh, it will be interesting.
It's usually pretty blue. I've got a pretty good feeling that there's going to be quite a bit more red this year. Then they've got Mount St. Mary's, FDU, and who the heck knows at the Sanford Pentagon, which great choice once again by Nebraska to go up to that Sanford Pentagon and play in that tournament. It's a once in a lifetime experience, I think, for some of these guys to see that, like that barn in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's so surprising. Every time I've been there, I'm always like, I'm in Sioux Falls, South Dakota right now.
It was my first time this past summer to the not summer, but the Nebraska Oklahoma game.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So many Nebraska fans. There were some OU fans, but just a crazy place, a really cool venue. You feel like you're walking in to like the movie Hoosiers when you walk onto that court. How old style it is, the old clock and everything. But it was one of the coolest experiences, and I mean, got a pretty good basketball game out of it. Just almost in the hundreds.
Oh yeah.
Pretty insane. But yeah, that place is awesome. And I think they kind of have like a similar thing like OSA here in Omaha, where they kind of have some younger basketball courts like kind of around of it. But overall, it's a really cool venue. And any Nebraska fan that wants to go, I highly recommend. There's just good little restaurants around it too. And free parking. That's a plus. You don't get that everywhere.
Yeah. Love a good bit of free parking. And I mean, it's one of those things that it's not a bad seat in the house. It's a really great place to also just play a quick little tournament to kind of get your season off and kicking. It's always a fun time. And then according to these schedule makers, we don't know when, but they're taking their talents to Uncasville, Connecticut, to play at the Mohegan Sun in Providence, or to play Providence at the Mohegan Sun Arena, aka the Mohegan Sun Casino, which funny story. If you read, I can't remember what her name is, and now I'm going to feel really bad. Great new book about Caitlin Clark this year with her entrance into the league and kind of what everything looked like. And no shade to Mohegan Sun. I know it's one of the greatest places for sports gambling, and it was featured in Uncut Gems. That is the casino that
I actually did not know that
they go to at the end. It is not people's favorite place to go and play a basketball game because it's all connected to the casino, aka where the hotel is as well. So you sort of have to walk through the casino floor to make it to the basketball arena. I'll be interested to see what that looks like against Providence, but honestly, expectations around Nebraska basketball pretty high right now. And I'm going to reiterate, like I said last night, for all this transfer portal time of the year, I just want everyone to remember, no news is good news.
Very much so.
If you're not hearing from players or you're not hearing from coaches directly, then it's fine. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh,
and that's kind of the main thing at this point.
Exactly. Yeah, you're exactly right. With no news, No news is good news, especially with everything in the transfer portal. So at the moment, I would say if you're a Nebraska basketball fan, you'll just be feeling okay, since not a lot of loud noise going around the program.
Not a lot of loud noise, and the only noise really, Pierre-K Buchan-Gel and Quentin Rhymes.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking forward to seeing what their moves in the portal look like. It seems like they're picking their spots and taking their time. And we tonight are going to be taking our time to wine and dine you and wind down your Friday. If you missed this segment, check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. And you know what? Masters are going on. It's time to get back out on the links. Spring is here and your closet, man, needs an upgrade. You got to stop by Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear at 78th and Dodge. It's your one-stop shop for top-tier style, featuring premium brands like Mizzen & Main, Johnny O, Jack Victor, Roan, 34 Heritage, and Dan Campenon's personal favorite, Peter Millar. It's performance gear that makes you look sharp, feel incredible, and is easy to care for. Just wash, dry, and it's ready to go. I know that all of my Peter Millar polos that I own, I throw them in the wash, I dry them, I throw them on that day, and I hit the links right away. And for over 50 years, Jerry Ryan has been dressing Omaha's best. Right now, take advantage of their pre-spring sale. Spend $250, get $50 off. The more you spend, the more you save. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 78th and Dodge. We'll be right back talking some Nebraska volleyball right here on 1620 The Zone.
Weather from KETV Newswatch 7 is brought to you on 1620 The Zone by Certified Transmission.
Partly cloudy, pretty decent this evening. Temperature in the 50s, then clouding over later tonight with rain coming in late, a low near 47. Rain and some thunder Saturday morning, otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 70. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV News Watch 7.
Spring is here, and you know what that means? Rain, roots, and backed up drains. Over the winter, tree roots grow deep into your pipes, and spring rains can push your main line over the edge. Before you're dealing with a messy backup, call AX Plumbing. Their team specializes in mainline cleaning, root removal, and keeping your plumbing flowing smoothly all season long. Fast, reliable, done right the first time. Don't wait for disaster. Schedule your spring drain cleaning today at axpsservice.com. AX Plumbing, clearing the way for a stress-free spring.
The weather's warming up, meaning ants, wasps, and termites are teaming up to invade your home. It's time to call in a better team. At Recon Pest Services, we stop the bugs before they take over. But our commitment doesn't stop at your front door. We care for your property like it's our own because our community is our family. We're dedicated to making Omaha better by supporting local youth sports, events, and community causes. Partner with a pest control company that truly cares. Visit ReconPestServices.com today and stay protected all season long.
The real game changer in college athletics, it's coaches. And at Bellevue University, there is an experienced team of coaches who know you both as an athlete and as a person. Plus, there are student coach advisors who are there to provide individualized academic support every step of the way as you progress towards your degree. At Bellevue University, you're not just another athlete. You belong. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
Railcars Happy Hour is here. Stop by 144th and Blondo Monday through Saturday from 2:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 2 to close, and enjoy $2 to $5 off appetizers, $1 off draft and bottles of beer, and delicious ciders. All signature cocktails are $10. Classic cocktails are $8, and every glass of wine is $2 off. Plus, Railcar's incredible brunch menu is on display 9:30 to 2 Saturday and Sunday. Railcar Modern American Kitchen, 144th and Blondo.
It's time to get back out on the links. It's spring and your closet needs an upgrade. Stop by Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear for top-tier style, featuring premium brands like Mizzen & Main, Johnny O, Peter Millar, Jack Victor, Roan, and 34 Heritage. For more than 50 years, Jerry Ryan has dressed Omaha's best. Take advantage of their pre-spring sale. Spend $250 and get $50 off. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 78th and Dodge.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
My name's Stephen Butler, and I own Controlled Comfort. And we've been in business for 6 decades. And in those 6 decades, I like to think that everything we do is about the art of comfort. It's about the skill of our people, but it's also about the integrity, because at the end of the day, I value my employees, so they value you. And that's really all this is about. If you get cold this winter, think about us. We'll come help you out. We'll get you out of bind. It'll be fair, it'll be fast, and it'll be the right price.
Control Comfort keeps it under control.
Is your car making weird noises? Don't wait until a small issue turns into a big repair bill. Take it to Mad Hatter Auto Repair, where they take the madness out of auto repair. From oil changes and brakes to full diagnostics, their expert team gets you back on the road fast and without breaking the bank. Honest, reliable, local. That's the Mad Hatter difference. Follow the Little White Rabbit to 140th and West Center Road in Omaha or 34th and West Broadway in Council Bluffs. Mad Hatter Auto Repair, where your car gets treated right.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Welcome back inside the After Hours Lounge. We are brought to you by Bellevue University. Keep up to date on all the championship action happening on Bellevue's campus by downloading the BU Bruins app to your smartphone today. Ooh, every time This Town by OAR comes on, all I can think of is I'm like, it's about to be College World Series time.
Yep.
Doesn't feel like it right now, folks, but
it's getting close.
You got about a week and then it's going to be 80 degrees again. All right. One thing that we have not gotten to on this show yet, because I think we ignored a little bit during beach season, and that's our fault. Tremendous beach season by the Nebraska Cornhusker volleyball team, but it is their spring session now. They are in spring practice. And boy, oh boy. I mean, I said it, kind of teased it before we went into our break, but the wagon that is the Cornhusker volleyball team is not going to lose a step this year. Tiara Siegler, with the departure of Taylor Landfair, she didn't transfer. Make that known.
Yep.
She's playing professional volleyball now. I am pretty excited about Tiara Siegler. She's one of the tallest defensive specialists in last year's class. Great in the back row as a freshman. She was averaging 1.5 digs per set, passed for a team high 2.27, and she was a 57.1 good pass percentage on all of her 361 attempts throughout the year. It's going to be really fun pairing her with Harper Murray. Even DBK says she's, starting to learn how to kill the ball out of system. She's got one of the heaviest arms on the team. And from December until now, her power and her vertical, according to DBK, have just gone way up, way off the charts. The competition within this team has got to be one of the most fun things, because not only do you have Tiara Siegler, who's got big game experience last year, obviously, but Skylar Pierce, Gabby DeVita, Jaden Robinson, they're all competing for that left pin right now. And DBK, what an embarrassment of riches you have, because I think she's got the hardest decision right now in the fact that what in the world are you going to do at libero? Lainey Choboy, she's back. So is Olivia Mock. So both of them, obviously last year, as we all saw famously, if you didn't watch Husker volleyball last year, it would sometimes get a little bit confusing because all of a sudden there'd be a brand new libero out there and you'd be like, well, where did Choboy go? What? Why is Mock in? Well, why is Mock out now and Choboy's back in? And they both were good at very specific things. So it allowed DBK and the volleyball team to kind of rotate the two of them out depending upon what they needed, just within their system and within the sets that they were playing. A lot of kind of play on the fly, it seemed last year.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting once fall comes around to see how Choboy and Mock, one of them has got to be probably head above the other one, I would assume, if they've been developing their other skill that they're lacking in the off season. And then the third question, how does Carrie Lembeck actually factor into this system? Because everyone's going to forget that after, Olivia and Lainey kind of switched off last year, Carrie knew that she wasn't going to get a lot of playing time. So she took the red shirt, which good for her. Serving specialist, maybe earning more time as a defensive specialist. The Lincoln Lutheran gal that is Carrie Lembeck, I'll be interested to see what her redshirt year of kind of straight training. That's all taking a redshirt, especially in volleyball. When you're getting that redshirt year, you're just straight up training to see how good you can get in the off season. And if we all can turn our clocks back to, unfortunately, 2024, 2 years seems like a long time, but that state volleyball tournament, her at Lincoln Lutheran, it was a special kind of thing that she had going there. So it'll be a fun one to watch, see how she makes it in. And like I've gotten so excited to say, the wagon has just gotten even stronger.
Yes.
Because, and it should be no surprise whatsoever to anyone who's ever heard about Nebraska volleyball, I have a feeling that there are uncontacted tribes in the Amazon who know about Nebraska volleyball's recruiting prowess. Keone Williams joins the squad in the middle blocker group. Manaya Ogbechi and Kenna Coghill both are going to be back in. Kenna Coghill, obviously another one who took the red shirt last year because
wasn't going to
when your team is stacked, it's kind of crazy that you're not going to have too much stuff to do, but they're the ones who I'm going to be interested to see what they can do in the middle and up front at the net, because famously, they're the ones who get the big wing this year. They're going to be underneath the wing of Andy Jackson. She's going to be bringing him in for her final season and saying, all right, I'm a 2-time first team All-American, ladies. It's about time that I teach you my tips and my tricks and the ways in which you can make Nebraska the greatest volleyball program that you've ever seen. And it's old news, but it's news that we haven't addressed on this show. We get some spring ball.
Yes.
It's not a spring
and one
game.
we'll actually care about, because I feel like with basketball happening, no one really talked about football spring practices and all that. So hopefully volleyball gets a bit more attention, since it's one of the only things going on. Not to talk about Nebraska baseball and softball, obviously, but volleyball will be something to be focused on.
Nebraska baseball, they're good so far.
Yes.
The cliff, they haven't found the cliff edge yet. And I hope Will Bolton, the boys, don't find the cliff edge.
Nope.
Nebraska softball.
That's a wagon.
Congratulations. You are the other wagon. Seems like most of the women's teams at Nebraska are the wagons. I don't know if there's maybe an NIL designation that we need to make a little bit differently, but Jordy Ball, if you have anything to say, I know you talk to our governor and one of the members of our board of regents quite frequently. So get in his ear. Let him know that the women's teams need all the money that you're willing to give them. But,
and not to get off topic a little bit with volleyball, but with flag football, what if that happens to be a very successful program as well, and kind of better than what the football team is? Could that be kind of a different view with that? Could that be a wagon, the next wagon in Nebraska women's sports?
It would not surprise me one bit, Jake. It would not. I don't know. Famously, it's so strange. I mean, Nebraska is very good at women's sports. Our volleyball team, really good. Our softball team always seems to be in the mix or on the come up. I mean, we've seen what the Jordy Ball experience is now, and this year seems to be her healthiest and, if not, maybe her most efficient year. And let's not forget that there is one team at Nebraska who has a dedicated training facility just for them. And while it does not have the same exact size and spectacle that is the Nebraska football team, they've got a locker room that I would say is probably on par with our Cornhusker football team. And that's the Nebraska women's bowling team. They are real good. So good, in fact, that I think they're probably why we're getting a lot of the opportunity that we are at Nebraska right now. Really exciting, though. The volleyball team is going to take that trip to the Windy City. I know the joke has been made so many times, but they're playing at Wrigley Field,
which will be interesting. It's going to be obviously outdoors and stuff, but Wrigley Field.
Wrigley Field in the springtime. I mean, we've already seen there have been multiple studies by, people who care a lot about baseball, more than I do, of course. But the wind direction at Wrigley Field has been pretty precarious this year. There have been a couple, with launch angle and exit velo, and that being a sort of more of a measurable thing now that is more tracked and well known. There have been a few home runs so far in Wrigley Field this year that have maybe been 450, 410, 415 around there, that have ended up landing about mid right and mid left field. So hopefully we don't have any sort of trouble like that. I mean,
well, would you want them to play at I know your favorite NFL stadium, Soldier Field. Would you want them to play a volleyball match there?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, you would?
They'd sell it out.
I mean, yeah, they would definitely sell out Soldier Field.
I mean, the only way I'm going to Soldier Field is if there's a Nebraska product there, or if my Green Bay Packers are there.
Yeah.
Or if someone says, hey, I have free tickets to a Bears game.
Yeah. Remember there was a time when Nebraska football almost played at Soldier Field against Northern Illinois? That was a time.
That would have been good.
That would have been good.
Now, unfortunately, Thomas Hammock is gone now.
Yeah.
And I'd be a little bit more confident to play Northern Illinois now than I would have been back in the day. But all things are starting to look up for Nebraska athletics. And got to say, I have a feeling that this fall, I'm going to put in an expert prediction in our next segment.
Ooh,
might have to tamp down some of those negative feelings for some of you Husker fans. But for now, if you missed this segment, you can check it out on the radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. And it was brought to you by Timber Wood Fire Bistro, right in the heart of Omaha off 91st and Pacific. Timber is the place where the food keeps you coming back and the atmosphere makes you stay. Open concept cooking where you can see your favorites being made right in front of you. Personally, for me, if I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a really nice hamburger, the Tim Burger and the Lamb Burger from Timber are the ones for me. That, or you can stop by and you can try Jimmy's favorite, the Timber Pie, and tell them, please, please, please tell Timber that After Hours sent you. We'll be right back talking about the big men up front, and I log a little bit of a prediction for Husker football this fall, right here on 1620 The Zone. Hey everyone, it's Dan Campanen here for Bob Williams at Williams Law. Let Bob Williams defend you or your loved one if you've been wrongfully accused. Maybe you're facing a DUI charge and have questions. Maybe your son's been hanging out with the wrong crowd and got caught up in someone else's mess. Let Williams Law give you a free, no-obligation consultation today. Head over to williamslawllc.com tonight and get the representation you deserve.
Ready to make a positive impact in a young boy's life? Join Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Midlands and become a mentor where you are matched up with a boy in the greater Omaha area. Over 50 boys are waiting for someone like you to guide and inspire them. Visit mentoromaha.org and sign up to make a difference in a boy's life. Don't wait. Make a lasting impact today.
Are you ready to put your business in the starting lineup? Whether you need eye-catching storefront signage, bold seasonal window graphics, or yard signs for your summer campaign, Sign Ovation is your MVP. At Sign Ovation, your brand shows up and wins. From lighting up the Omaha night sky with your logo, to making sure your message jumps out of the grass and grabs your ideal customer's attention, we've got you covered. Don't sit on the bench. Get in the game. Visit signovationomaha.com today.
Are you ready for the game changer of the day? Bellevue University has a new state-of-the-art 72,000 square foot field house featuring premium courts, generous fan seating, top-tier locker rooms, dedicated athletic training, and a strength and conditioning space, plus a whole lot more. It's not just a venue, it's a home court advantage. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
It's time to get back out on the links. It's spring and your closet needs an upgrade. Stop by Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear for top-tier style, featuring premium brands like Mizzen & Main, Johnny O, Peter Millar, Jack Victor, Roan, and 34 Heritage. For more than 50 years, Jerry Ryan has dressed Omaha's best. Take advantage of their pre-spring sale. Spend $250 and get $50 off. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 78th and Dodge.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Are you dreaming of your business dominating local Google searches, drawing in customers effortlessly? Look no further. I'm Courtney, the Google gal from Pixel Fire Marketing. Need assistance with your Google business profile? From verification to getting more reviews, fixing maps to tackling annoying Google calls? I've got you covered. Your profile sets you apart and ensures you're the top choice for local customers. Visit fixmygbp.com for our $297 special offer. Visit fixmygbp.com for more details.
Meet Robert from Robert's Nursery Landscapes and Lawns.
What if your backyard became the place where your best family memories begin?
Oh, the pool changed everything. We spend real time together and we make memories every single day. Honestly, it's better than any vacation we've ever taken, and it's one of the best investments we've made in our home.
Relax, reconnect, and create moments your family will never forget.
Roberts is the reason.
RobertsLLN.com.
Have you been injured in an accident? You shouldn't have to fight with insurance companies or deal with medical bills alone. You need an experienced injury lawyer who'll protect your rights while you focus on healing. At Chandler Conway, our team understands the legal process and will handle your case with dedication. Our goal is simple: to secure the compensation you deserve. Call us today or visit chandlerconway.com for a free consultation. Don't face this challenge alone. Let us support you every step of the way.
As he heads off into the sunset, the final words from head coach Greg McDermott.
The number of incredible people that I've had the opportunity to meet and work with, and people that support our program, they've made Omaha feel home to our family from the jump. To me, it's always been about the people. Bruce sold that to me in our interview. And it was not window dressing. That's the way it's been from day one on the job. And that's the way he ran the program, and it's continued. Just a lot of wonderful people, and certainly you're one of them. So it's the privilege has been mine, my friend.
My name's Stephen Butler, and I own Controlled Comfort. And we've been in business for 6 decades. And in those 6 decades, I like to think that everything we do is about the art of comfort. It's about the skill of our people, but it's also about the integrity, because at the end of the day, I value my employees, so they value you. And that's really all this is about. If you get cold this winter, think about us. We'll come help you out. We'll get you out of bind. It'll be fair, it'll be fast, and it'll be the right price.
Control Comfort keeps it under control.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
California.
Now, let me welcome you back inside the After Hours Lounge. I was going to wrap that, but I can't do it. We're brought to you by Bellevue University. Keep up to date on all the championship action happening on Bellevue's campus by downloading the BU Bruins app to your smartphone today. It's really the only way, the best and only way that I think you should keep up with your Bellevue University Bruins. And let's keep up right now with our Nebraska Cornhuskers. And following the On3 trend of they're picking out a position group, they're doing a deep dive on it. Today is about the offensive line, and that's the one that makes me want to wet my whistle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let you folks know right now, Jeep Wade, that is the name, and he is going to be the holder of our destiny this season. Of course, there's a lot of other stuff that goes into that. You know, Dana Holgerson runs the entire offense, but they've made a significant improvement, I think, in the offensive line room, and they've been trying real hard all offseason to get as many people that they can from the transfer portal into this offensive line group. I don't think we can discount the combination of Lonnie Teasley being with Jeep Wade as well. Two guys, both super experienced in the world of coaching offensive line. Obviously, Teasley, the former South Carolina offensive line coach. I mean, the addition of Tree Babalati, get Brendan Black and Paul Mubenga, plus the return of Justin Evans and Elijah Pritchett. That right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be your front five, I would assume. It's going to be a good group this year. I'll be interested to see less what Tree Babalati looks like across the offensive line, but what Paul Mubenga looks like. It seems a little strange to me because it's almost like I have to pinch myself because we pulled this guy away from LSU,
which is tough.
And I mean, generally,
especially with who's there right now, it's kind of tough to maybe pull some guys from him.
Yeah, I would want to stay riffing with Kiffin. If you listen to this show at all last fall, I was riffing with Kiffin the entire season. But great that we got him. I think he'll be a great addition at right tackle, but I think something that's going to start coming up is we're getting back Gatula and Gibson Pyle both in the summer. It sounds like they're still a little bit worse for wear right now, still working off some of those injuries from late last season, getting back from the offseason surgeries that they both had as well. Did not take part in spring drills. They're expected to start getting some run this summer. Gatula's already got 22 games and 16 starts over his last 3 years. Honestly, he's going to be our plug and play guy, I think, this season. When someone needs a break, when someone needs a quick sip of water and a blow on the sidelines, it is going to be Gunnar Gatula who's probably going to take their spot, I would assume, on the line. And Gibson Pyle, he's been super promising for this Nebraska program over the last couple of years. He's just been a little bit held back, excuse me, by some injuries. I like this practice and the way that Sipple does it because he gives us what the spring depth chart could look like. I like the idea that Elijah Pritchett is going to stay at left tackle. I think that's where he's comfortable. I think that's where he can thrive and kind of help lead this offense. Obviously, you're not going to hear boo out of me about Justin Evans staying at center.
No.
One of the things that I always say is underrated when it comes to football is the connection between your center and between your quarterback. And the way that Justin Evans slotted in there last year, not a lot of off-target snaps to Dylan Raiola, especially out of the gun. It's going to be more important this year with a quarterback who I think, unfortunately, and I don't know if Dana's going to change this, but he's a clapper. He's a clap quarterback. Might not work out great in Lincoln, but he's a clap and go kind of guy. So you're going to have to get that ball back there fast, which Justin Evans is very good at. And a lot of this offense, I have a feeling this year is going to be taking place out of the gun. A lot of spread.
Oh yeah,
in
definitely.
general.
I think that's for Calandria for sure.
And we're going to see a lot of airing it out. The additions, and not just the additions, but what's the word? The maturity of the offensive line,
yes,
is going to be great this year. All junior, senior, most likely, and even Gatula junior, Tyler Kanak senior, Sledge junior, and be on the lookout. We literally drove an entire truck to one of his football games in Logan, Magnolia, Iowa. Grant Bricks is still in that building. He is still around, and he is still seemingly going to be playing for this football team. So be prepared if anyone goes down. Those are going to be some of the names to look at. We'll keep an eye out for the rest of the spring to see exactly.
And when's the last time we really could be excited about an offensive line? It seems like it's been some years since we had some guys in that room that we can be really excited about. And especially with the new offensive line coach, this is the first time in a while where me and you just talking about this, some guys that maturity, like you said, could really put an impact and kind of get back to the pipeline ways that Nebraska really hasn't had in the last decade.
Yeah, I think for me, the last one that was truly memorable was probably Jurgensen and the guys.
Yeah.
It seemed like that was a line that went through, I think, about 3 or 4 different iterations, but spent a really good amount of time together, and they all played really solid and really well. I mean, led us to the best 3-9 team of all time. So you can't knock that one. You can't knock that one bit. But this will be a year. Oh yeah, that's right. I said I was going to make an expert prediction, and actually, it's not really an expert prediction. It's more just a little bit of a fleeting thought that I had today, because I was listening to a couple of our shows, and then I was listening to one of our good friend and buddy, Ravi Lula, and he said something that if you listen to Ravi, he's not always going to always put a nice spin on things, but he said, I think that we've been overreacting and we've been hemming and hawing too much about the Nebraska Cornhuskers this year. And to that I say, yes.
Yes.
Because I'm getting to the point now. It's April the 10th. I might be 8-4 now.
Ooh. I mean, I do like the sound of that. I mean, I've kind of been on that side of kind of doubting this football team, but really anything can happen in the transfer portal nowadays. And we don't know how good Calandria could be. I mean, he obviously looked fantastic. Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year at UNLV. Mm-hmm. So a lot of these pieces that are coming in, like at first you're like, oh, well, I just don't know what to expect, Dylan leaving, all that. But when you really start to dive into what guys are really here and what's really happening right now with the program, I feel there's no reason to not be excited.
Yeah, we've got a good one this year. And I mean, everyone who listens to this show knows how I get. It's 8-4 now. In a month, it'll be 10-2.
Ooh.
And then, 2 months from now, right before the start of the season, I'll be like, I think we can be national champions.
So this is the feeling you got right now?
If we die, we die.
That is exactly how I feel right now. But I'm bullish on Nebraska football this year. I think that the 4-game stretch at the end of that season that ends in Iowa, I think we're going to look back on a lot of the stuff that has been said post season, through the transfer portal window, and through kind of the doldrums of the winter when we did touch on Husker football. And we're going to say, well, that schedule was hard, but wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be.
No, and even looking at the schedule, I think Nebraska's be happy with kind of how some of those games are spread out. I think the schedule actually, with what they had, I mean, it's a tough schedule, but
yeah,
I think it got placed in a good spot where Nebraska can definitely gain confidence.
Yeah, I'll be looking. I mean, obviously, Indiana, big circle.
Yes.
Ohio State, huge circle.
Yep.
Biggest circle for me right now, though, we got to go out to Oregon this year. I will be interested to see pregame what those handshakes and high fives look like.
That will be a sight to see for sure. I
For-
agree with you.
For, I would assume, number 15 on the Oregon Ducks football team.
No,
'cause-
no, he took. You didn't see? He took Marcus Mariota's number.
No.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't see that. Yeah, he
Jeepers
called.
creepers.
He called Marcus Mariota and asked if he could have number 8, and he said he got his blessing because they're both Hawaiian boys.
Well, fun fact about Dan Campanen. When you leave my football program, I generally unfollow you on all of my social media.
Well, I just saw it because ESPN posted it, and already the Marcus Mariota, like Patrick Mahomes type thing, already going right after Dylan. It's like, so this is the guy he's going to be like now.
No. Dylan, I do say I don't hold any ill will. I do wish
Yeah.
him luck. I've said that on the record. I don't want him to fail. I don't want him to flame out. I do want him to make it to the NFL one day so I can be like, hey, he at one point in time was a Nebraska Cornhusker, but there is just one Saturday next year where I do hope that Dylan Raiola plays less than good, to put it as nicely, I guess I would say, as I possibly can.
Yep.
Jake, you know what I'm going to tell people to do, right?
What's that?
If you missed this segment, you can check it out at 1620thezone.com/after hours. And it was brought to you by Controlled Comfort Heating and Air. It's heating up outside, and if you go to turn on your air conditioning and nothing happens, it might not be your AC unit at all. It could just be your thermostat. Head over to controlledcomfort.com and schedule a maintenance appointment with Steven and the crew today. Not only will they diagnose the issue, they won't upsell you. They'll just fix the problem. Stay cool and comfortable. Visit controlledcomfort.com tonight. When we come back, Jake has something from the internet.
Huh?
As the weather warm up, ants, wasps, and termites are teaming up to invade your home. It's time to call a better team. At Recon Pest Services, they stop the bugs before they take over. But their commitment doesn't just stop at your front door. They care for your property like it's their own because their community is their family. They are dedicated to making Omaha better by supporting local youth sports, events, and community causes. Partner with a pest control company that truly cares. Visit ReconPetServices.com today and stay protected all season long.
The weather's warming up, meaning ants, wasps, and termites are teaming up to invade your home. It's time to call in a better team. At Recon Pest Services, we stop the bugs before they take over. But our commitment doesn't stop at your front door. We care for your property like it's our own because our community is our family. We're dedicated to making Omaha better by supporting local youth sports, events, and community causes. Partner with a pest control company that truly cares. Visit ReconPestServices.com today and stay protected all season long.
Are you ready to put your business in the starting lineup? Whether you need eye-catching storefront signage, bold seasonal window graphics, or yard signs for your summer campaign, Signovation is your MVP. At Signovation, your brand shows up and wins. From lighting up the Omaha night sky with your logo, to making sure your message jumps out of the grass and grabs your ideal customer's attention, we've got you covered. Don't sit on the bench. Get in the game. Visit SignovationOmaha.com today.
If you're looking for an authentic Italian experience, look no further than Pasta Amore. For 4 decades, Pasta Amore has been keeping the spark alive for couples in the Omaha area with their homemade pasta, made fresh every day. Our hand-picked selection of exceptional wines will put the nightcap on your evening that you expect. Open every day at 4. Stop by Pasta Amore in Rockbrook Village and enjoy dining in the romantic dining room or relax on our shaded patio.
Spring is here, and you know what that means? Rain, roots, and backed up drains. Over the winter, tree roots grow deep into your pipes, and spring rains can push your main line over the edge. Before you're dealing with a messy backup, call AX Plumbing. Their team specializes in mainline cleaning, root removal, and keeping your plumbing flowing smoothly all season long. Fast, reliable, done right the first time. Don't wait for disaster. Schedule your spring drain cleaning today at axpsservice.com. AX Plumbing, clearing the way for a stress-free spring.
My name's Stephen Butler, and I own Controlled Comfort. And we've been in business for 6 decades. And in those 6 decades, I like to think that everything we do is about the art of comfort. It's about the skill of our people, but it's also about the integrity, because at the end of the day, I value my employees, so they value you. And that's really all this is about. If you get cold this winter, think about us. We'll come help you out. We'll get you out of bind. It'll be fair, it'll be fast, and it'll be the right price.
Control Comfort keeps it under control.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no-obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
Host is roasting every morning. Host is roasting every day.
At Host Coffee, every cup of coffee served comes with a promise of quality, innovation, and a dash of fun, ensuring your workday is as delightful as your coffee break. Call Host Coffee today.
Proudly serving Nebraska since 1972. Host Coffee is always roasting something good for you.
Car repair is car repair. Most places you go can change your oil or fix your brakes. The difference is the experience you'll get at Omaha Car Care. We're part of the community. We were born here, and we believe that our relationship with you should be built to last. We're going to consult you, not sell you. We're going to give you a free loaner car. We're going to treat you like a valued friend that we want to continue to see in the years to come. I'm Rick Betker, owner of Omaha Car Care, and we'll be along for the ride.
Hi, I'm Bill Schreiner of Lincoln Federal Savings Bank. Buying a home is a huge decision, and that's why I'm here to help. I really like to take the time to get to know you personally so I can meet your short-term and long-term financial goals. With exceptionally low rates, low fees, and abundance of products, making your home purchase easy. Visit me at Lincoln Federal Savings Bank today and discover how stress-free it can be. Lincoln Federal Savings Bank, since 1906, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Welcome back to the After Hours Lounge here on 1620 The Zone. I'm Jake Janasak, and I'm joined by Dan Kampanen. And After Hours is brought to you by Bellevue University. If you're looking for the ideal college experience, head over to bellevue.edu. Register for classes, become a Bruin today. And like we said earlier, no classes on Friday. The majority of your schooling can be done online and live sports right on campus. And tonight, I got a bit of a soundbite for you, Dan.
The internet.
The internet.
It's
we
back.
love the internet. Earlier today, Ichiro Suzuki got his statue revealed.
Even though I love Lawyer Guns and Money by Warren Zevon.
It's now time to unveil Ichiro's statue. A drum roll, please. Here we go. We ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it is. The statue of one of the greatest players in the history of the game. There's a fastball inside.
Well, you
And you still got a base hit.
probably heard a little bit there that it was kind of a panic there right when they revealed Suzuki's statue. And that was because when they revealed it, his bat was half broken.
Yeah, we've talked about statues quite a bit on this show. Certain people don't need statues. Some places don't need as many statues as they have. But boy, the cornerstone of your franchise, one of the guys who I think opened up the Mariners to, I guess you would just say a worldwide audience, made the Mariners super popular in Japan, considering that him and Ken Griffey Jr. were like back to back.
Yeah.
At one point in time.
And Ken Griffey was also at the statue revealing today, so
Well,
he
of
also
course
got
he
to
was.
witness it.
He is. I mean, he's
the mayor.
They're both Seattle legends.
Yes.
But yeah, what a poor way to reveal your statue. But
I mean, the statue looked good for the most part, because a lot of the times with these statue reveals, the person just doesn't look like the statue doesn't look like the person at all.
this was not a Dwayne Wade situation.
No,
at
it was
least
not.
it looked like Ichiro.
Yeah, it just, the craftsmanship wasn't up to tier. Would you be surprised? Because I'm pretty sure the Ken Griffey one there looks fantastic.
It does. It looks perfect.
I wonder if it was done by the same guy. I didn't read too much into that.
Also, I do blame it a little bit on the way that they pulled off the sheet that was covering it.
Yeah.
Because when you have the bat sat a little bit higher than his head did, and it's just kind of a precarious situation to pull that off and to basically pull it off of the bat last. I would have pulled it off probably the opposite way.
Yep.
So that at least the bat isn't, kind of bearing all that weight. And it's so silly. When they do all these statue reveals, it's like they have the sheet that's weighted down so that no one can see what it is. Even though Ichiro is probably standing right next to the side of the statue, all right, we all know why I'm here. We're revealing my statue.
And if you also can see in the video, right when they revealed it, Ichiro points right at the bat right away, hey, what's going on?
I don't have a bat.
I don't have a bat. It's gone.
Oh, man. Well, thank you very much for bringing that to everyone's attention, Jake.
Yes, no problem.
If you missed that segment, you know what you got to do? You can check us out. It's on 1620thezone.com, and it was brought to you by Mad Hatter Auto Repair. When your car starts acting up, don't guess. Just take it to the pros at Mad Hatter Auto Repair. With convenient locations at 140th and Center in Omaha and over in Council Bluffs, Mad Hatter makes it easy for you to get back on the road fast. From routine maintenance to major repairs, their experienced team will take care of your vehicle like it's their own, and they'll do it right the first time. Honest, reliable, trusted by drivers across the metro. That's Mad Hatter Auto Repair. Stop in today or check them out online. Mad Hatter Auto Repair, where your car gets the royal treatment. We'll be right back with some buy or sell questions. Tis the season for tree roots to be clogging up your drain. Hey everyone, it's Dan Campen in here for AX Plumbing. Is that drain in your basement continuing to back up? It's probably you or your neighbor's tree roots finding their way into your drainage system. Head over to axpservice.com tonight and let AX Plumbing come scope your drain and remove any and all issues with their water jetting process. Head over to axpservice.com and stop worrying every time you turn the water on.
Are you dreaming of your business dominating local Google searches, drawing in customers effortlessly? Look no further. I'm Courtney, the Google gal from Pixel Fire Marketing. Need assistance with your Google business profile? From verification to getting more reviews, fixing maps to tackling annoying Google calls? I've got you covered. Your profile sets you apart and ensures you're the top choice for local customers. Visit fixmygbp.com for our $297 special offer. Visit fixmygbp.com for more details.
Spring is here, and you know what that means? Rain, roots, and backed up drains. Over the winter, tree roots grow deep into your pipes, and spring rains can push your main line over the edge. Before you're dealing with a messy backup, call AX Plumbing. Their team specializes in mainline cleaning, root removal, and keeping your plumbing flowing smoothly all season long. Fast, reliable, done right the first time. Don't wait for disaster. Schedule your spring drain cleaning today at axpsservice.com. AX Plumbing, clearing the way for a stress-free spring.
The real game changer in college athletics, it's coaches. And at Bellevue University, there is an experienced team of coaches who know you both as an athlete and as a person. Plus, there are student coach advisors who are there to provide individualized academic support every step of the way as you progress towards your degree. At Bellevue University, you're not just another athlete. You belong. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
Is your car making weird noises? Don't wait until a small issue turns into a big repair bill. Take it to Mad Hatter Auto Repair, where they take the madness out of auto repair. From oil changes and brakes to full diagnostics, their expert team gets you back on the road fast and without breaking the bank. Honest, reliable, local. That's the Mad Hatter difference. Follow the Little White Rabbit to 140th and West Center Road in Omaha or 34th and West Broadway in Council Bluffs. Mad Hatter Auto Repair, where your car gets treated right.
How long's it been since we all had brunch at Early Bird?
Way too long.
So, this weekend, I need a mimosa in the worst way.
Already talking to the girls in the group chat.
I'll get us on the wait list so we don't stand around hungry.
Make brunch the best part of your weekend at Early Bird Brunch. Chef-driven favorites, craveable cocktails, and all the weekend vibes. Pick one of 5 locations and join the wait list at earlybirdbrunch.com. Early Bird Brunch, not your everyday brunch, every day.
Roberts is the reason.
Because you want green grass, beautiful green grass with no weeds.
Roberts is the reason.
No more trying to figure out what fertilizer to use, how much, and when to put it down.
Roberts is the reason.
Roberts Nursery Lawn and Landscapes, turning regular yards into beautiful yards since 1992.
Roberts is the reason.
I'm Doug Nodgard with Equitable Bank. We know your time matters, so when you call us, we answer on the very first ring. That's our promise to you. We value your business and will treat you like a friend and neighbor, because more than likely, you are one. While other banks hide behind technology, we combine the best of both. Top-notch digital banking and online banking with people who care. Got a question or need help? We're just one ring away. At Equitable Bank, we take banking personally because you deserve it. Member FDIC.
Backlund Plumbing, the most referred plumber in town.
So you need a plumber, do you? You should call the most referred plumber in town, Backlund Plumbing.
Backlund Plumbing, the most referred plumber in town.
Zoom Drain's highly trained team of experts and our fleet of well-equipped service trucks are dedicated to providing solutions for homeowners, plumbing contractors, mechanical contractors, and business owners across many industries. Contact Zoom Drain anytime by logging on to zoomdrain.com.
KOZN Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620, The Zone.
Welcome back into the After Hours Lounge, folks. 7:09 on a Friday night, and we are just one step closer to the weekend. Best weekend of the year. Jake and I were talking about it off air. It's the greatest weekend to sit on your couch and to do house chores, do some laundry. But if you can help it, don't leave your abode this weekend.
No.
The Masters are going to be on. But before we get to the Masters conversation in the next segment, Jake, it's time for buy or sell.
Well,
take it away, my man.
Well, I am starting out with the Masters in this.
Hey,
So,
I don't mind.
I assume this might have been as brought up in the past of this show, but YouTube star and I guess professional golfer Bryson DeChambeau went viral this week when he said his 5-iron was 3D printed. Buy or sell that 3D printed golf clubs are the future of the sport.
Buy. I buy 100%. I think what Bryson is doing is pretty crazy, and even crazier. He only pulled it out once.
Yes.
In round number 1. Thought it was interesting that after the round, someone asked him about it and said, "Oh, you only pulled out the 5-iron once." Guy's a long hitter. He doesn't ever actually need to use his 5-iron. There are like maybe 2 shots that he could possibly have needed to use his 5-iron on all week at Augusta National. They said, "Oh, how easy would it be? Can you just get a new one done? It only takes about a day and a half." And he was like, "No," because he did mention it goes through the full process of getting approved by the USGA, which if you have ever listened to anyone who is a club manufacturer talk about that process, it's not quick. It's not easy. And it, to put it in the words of Karsten Solheim, it sucks.
Yes.
It really, really sucks.
I mean, I know you're buying it, but I think I'm selling it. I just don't think 3D printed is the way just yet. It's something that could get there, but like right now, I don't think it's the way to go. But Bryson might post a YouTube video where he uses a whole set on 3D printed clubs and see how it goes.
I mean, it's one step above what they're already getting as far as like the service of a professional golfer goes, because all of their clubs are already fitted and tooled to them.
Yes.
In a way that specifically reacts with their kinetics and their body chemistry and all that, crapola that goes on. So I think it's the next step in the evolution of golf clubs. Now, will I ever have a 3D printed golf club? Probably not. Unless I know someone with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
402-951-1620. Call in. Let me know.
Let you know. All right. We're moving over to the NBA. The Oklahoma City Thunder locked up the 1 seed to Dan's dismay. But they are sitting 10 players today. Among those are Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and I know your favorite, Dan, Chet Holmgren. Yes, they have a listed injury, but we all know it's for rest for the playoffs. Buy or sell that NBA teams should be able to have that many players benched when a seat is already locked up.
Yeah, why not? To be honest, I buy.
Yeah.
Especially when they've only got maybe 2, maybe 3 more games, depending upon how your schedule shook out towards the end of this season. Yeah, why not? Especially if you're the Thunder and you're going for another championship. I'd sit them.
Yeah.
Heck, if I had the number 1 seed locked up, I'd be like, do we actually have to play these basketball games? Can we just sit them for the rest of can we sit them the rest of the regular season, the whole team?
Yeah.
I don't want to get anyone hurt. Why wouldn't I sit my entire team? But yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm, probably previous MVP and current second to first favorite, depending upon who you listen to.
Yep. I heard you guys talking about Wemby yesterday in the buy or sell segment.
Yeah, he's not going to be MVP. Really sad about that, because I think he's the most unique and fits the mold of most valuable player for the Spurs. But so does Shai, and I'll give that to him. He's a very good basketball player. He has very stylish shoes. Don't like the fact that he just wears one outfit once and then trashes it or gives it away to someone.
No,
but
that's not cool.
Neither here nor there. I'm perfectly fine with them sitting these guys. It's only 3 more games left in the season. It'd be different if it was like mid-December and they were like, well, we're sitting all of our best players because we're playing Charlotte for some reason.
No, I'm buying it too, because I mean, you're allowed to do in the NFL. Like on the report, they have to list an injury for each player, obviously with the whole like tanking thing that the NBA is really going after.
Yeah.
But I don't really see it's a problem. I mean, the 10 players seems a bit extreme, but some of those players like Thomas Sorber, he's got an ACL tear, so definitely makes sense.
I know, and you can't have any fun with it probably in the NBA either, and be like, Shai's got the bird flu.
No.
Chet Holmgren hit his head on a door walking into the facility today, has a mild concussion.
Tough.
They'd be like, oh, we got to put him through protocol now. Crap.
So we're moving over to soccer this time.
Oh,
the FIFA World Cup is this summer in the land of the free, also known as the US of A. FIFA today added a new tier of tickets that are much more expensive, asking up to $4,105. That is almost a $1,400 increase from the most expensive ticket from last World Cup. This overall has trickled down to being one of the more expensive World Cups and to attend for retail and resale. Buy or sell that FIFA should be raising prices just to get more money out of people who weren't able to obtain tickets through their lottery.
No, I don't like it whatsoever.
I don't like it either.
Especially for some of the stuff that they're going to be doing in the United States and the places that they're going to be. You'd like it to go to the people who are real soccer fans.
Yes.
And you'd like it to be easy for people to get a ticket. And a lot of sporting events, I know the World Cup is bigger than big can possibly be, but a lot of the good sporting events like Wimbledon, they do a complete and utter like sleep outside, wait in a line. You queue up to actually get into the stadium there. I don't think it would be the worst thing to have a queue system to get into the stadium. Now, the World Cup isn't exactly the event in the United States to try that on, because that could lead to a lot of mass rioting.
Yes.
In general. But $4,000 for a single ticket is wildly expensive.
It's way too much. And I'm luckily going to the World Cup because my friend did win the lottery with the whole situation. But tickets for that for retail were $150 a piece. now trying to ask people to spend like thousands of dollars. I mean, the resale for the tickets that we have are going upwards to almost $2,000. And FIFA adding a new category ticket just to try to get more money and for the highest to high class to spend that amount of money is just insane. And yeah, definitely selling on this topic. Like, I don't like that the FIFA is trying to get, and especially being in America, because I know a lot of Americans probably would spend that type of money. I think they're doing it just because they know that they can definitely make it.
Yeah. Miss me with that.
Yes.
I'll do what I do every year when the World Cup comes on. I'll have Fox playing all day, every day, and I'll just watch it on Fox.
Moving over to the MLB, but the MLB betting world. The latest craze has been no home run parlays. I've seen multiple posts and even some from major accounts like DraftKings and FanDuel tweeting out some winners. Buy or sell that betting against home runs is the new way to go.
You know, like we sort of touched on earlier with the volleyball day in Wrigley, I think it is the way to go because there are a lot more launch angle, exit velo, a lot more stats, a lot more numbers. I buy. This is a great, I mean, super fun way to bet on something,
Yes.
to bet on a boring baseball game to have happen. But I mean, I'm here for it. I think it's an interesting thing, especially like if you've got a couple games in Wrigley Field and you can, tap into that market and the wind's blowing in that day. There are a lot of like weather factors that you can actually look at.
Yeah.
And predict. And you can say, all right, well, at 2:00 today, the wind's supposed to pick up and it's supposed to come in from the stadium wall. So bet against those homers.
No, I mean, it's really hard to hit a home run parlay itself. So when I've started to see so many accounts and so many people betting on like not having home run, it's a lot of them has been winners and like very high odd winners. I think someone got like I think it was a 2,500 odds, no home run parlay that they hit. Now that was when I saw that DraftKings like tweeted out and I was like, dang, maybe it is the way to go to maybe bet on some boring baseball.
Yeah, not a terrible idea. Get on the weather nerds. They'll tell you what the weather's going to be like at every stadium at every single day. So go for it. Have fun.
So we're moving over to a Nebraska football target. High Nebraska target 5-star tight end Ahmad Hudson has announced his official visits to the Skurs as well as LSU and USC. He is also a 4-star power forward in basketball and wants to play both sports. Buy or sell that you can be a dual sport athlete in those two sports in the state of today's college athletics.
So Baylor kind of talked about this, but he was going for more the 2-sport in college, like football or like basketball to baseball or football to baseball. Like that's, I think, the easiest one because those seasons don't really cross over in the same way that the other ones do. Boy, going football to basketball would be tough.
Yes.
I think you would have to cut off, I mean, at least the first month, maybe 2 months if you're a good like football team of your season. So I just don't think it's feasible from a purely like logistical standpoint.
Yeah, it just seems like very tough with those two sports. And I know he really wants to play. I mean, I hope Ahmad Hudson ends up joining Nebraska, being a 5-star tight end. He's kind of talking with a bunch of other Nebraska recruits. But I mean, it would be great to have him on the basketball team, but it's kind of hard to make that commitment when you know you're not getting him, especially if Nebraska, if they somehow maybe make the college football playoff or have a late bowl game, you might not be seeing him till almost end of January.
Yeah.
And that just might be a bit tough. I understand like having athletes do like track and baseball, kind of how you were mentioning, but I feel like the football to basketball transition, that's a tough one.
Yeah. And I mean, it's so much more, I mean, with the training table, I'm sure that they could do it.
Yeah.
And they could figure out like the diet and the workout plan to get someone down and to bring them back up. I don't know what the like kind of move and weight would look like. So that would, I think, be the most interesting thing to me. Cause I remember like what was it? It wasn't Ty, it was Nash.
Yeah.
Nash Hutmacher a couple of years ago. They had that big thing where he was like, I'm going to wrestle. And Rule was here for it. He was like, you really like wrestling. It's your senior year. You got to go for it. May as well give it a try. And I mean, the training table worked with him and said, all right, we got to get you down like by 30, 40 pounds. So you're going to do this. You're going to do this. Then we also have to get you back up 30 to 40 pounds after the season's done. So we're going to have to like plan for that as well.
Yeah. And a point that Mike Neville, because I was kind of running through like the buy or sell, kind of what he thought. But he was like, I wonder if that's in a situation where you can save a scholarship for basketball, having that in for football, or does it kind of like correlate differently with that?
No, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be able to say technically you would be a walk-on
Yeah.
to the basketball program at that point, I would assume.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how that would work. I, obviously haven't worked in high-level
Yeah.
university athletics at all. But, I mean, if they'll let him do it and he could do it, yeah, why not? Just go for it.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I see as feasible from like a training standpoint, just because I think it's a different kind of brain muscle and body muscle that you have to kind of be prepared to use for both sports.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, hopefully that's our segment with buy or sell. Hopefully I went up to standards by making a surprise for all those for you, Dan.
Indeed, I liked it. All right. And if you missed buy or sell tonight, you can go and check it out at 1620thezone.com under the after hours tab. And let me tell you guys, spring is here. Temperatures are starting to kick up. If you flip on your AC and it's not kicking in, do not panic. It might not be your unit. It could just be something as simple as that thermostat. Before you sweat it out, head over to controlledcomfort.com and get on the schedule with Steven and his team. They'll find the issue, fix it fast, fix it right, and they won't sell you something that you don't need. Comfort starts with a click. Visit controlledcomfort.com today.
Gonna make it. I am the game you don't play.
Weather from KETV Newswatch 7 is brought to you on 1620 The Zone by Certified Transmission.
Partly cloudy, pretty decent this evening. Temperature in the 50s, then clouding over later tonight with rain coming in late, a low near 47. Rain and some thunder Saturday morning, otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 70. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV Newswatch 7.
Are you dreaming of your business dominating local Google searches, drawing in customers effortlessly? Look no further. I'm Courtney, the Google gal from Pixel Fire Marketing. Need assistance with your Google business profile? From verification to getting more reviews, fixing maps to tackling annoying Google calls? I've got you covered. Your profile sets you apart and ensures you're the top choice for local customers. Visit fixmygbp.com for our $297 special offer. Visit fixmygbp.com for more details.
Are you ready to put your business in the starting lineup? Whether you need eye-catching storefront signage, bold seasonal window graphics, or yard signs for your summer campaign, Sign Ovation is your MVP. At Sign Ovation, your brand shows up and wins. From lighting up the Omaha night sky with your logo, to making sure your message jumps out of the grass and grabs your ideal customer's attention, we've got you covered. Don't sit on the bench. Get in the game. Visit signovationomaha.com today.
Are you ready for the game changer of the day? Bellevue University has a new state-of-the-art 72,000 square foot field house featuring premium courts, generous fan seating, top-tier locker rooms, dedicated athletic training, and a strength and conditioning space, plus a whole lot more. It's not just a venue, it's a home court advantage. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
At Timber, they don't just give you a place to go for lunch or dinner. They give you an experience. From their bold, smoky flavors prepared in the open concept kitchen where you get to watch the magic happen to the relaxing umbrella-shaded patio. There's something for everyone at Timber. Join them for brunch every Saturday and Sunday from 9:30 to 2, plus happy hour from 2 to 5:30 Monday through Saturday, and 2 to close on Sunday. Timberwood Fire Bistro in the heart of Omaha at 84th and Pacific.
It's time to get back out on the links. It's spring and your closet needs an upgrade. Stop by Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear for top-tier style, featuring premium brands like Mizzen & Main, Johnny O, Peter Millar, Jack Victor, Roan, and 34 Heritage. For more than 50 years, Jerry Ryan has dressed Omaha's best. Take advantage of their pre-spring sale. Spend $250 and get $50 off. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 78th and Dodge.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Hey, neighbor. Oh, my gosh. Is your energy bill sky high again, too?
Not anymore. My old windows were so leaky, it was as if I had a window open while my AC was running. So I replaced them with Champion windows.
Champion windows. Do you like them?
Like them. I love them. And they're guaranteed for a lifetime. They made the whole process easy. I just went online and booked my free estimate all by myself. And I got a great deal where I could buy 2 replacement windows and get 2 free.
A lifetime guarantee and buy 2 windows and get 2 free? Does that mean if I need 8 windows, I can buy 4 and get 4 free?
Sure does.
What if I buy 6? Do I get 6 free?
Yep.
Or if I get 10 windows, do I get 10 free?
Just call Champion Windows already.
If your windows are drafty, ugly, or broken, now is the best time to replace your home's windows with new Champion Windows. Book your free estimate online at championsavenow.com or call 877-GO-CHAMPION right now. All discounts apply to our regular prices. Select styles apply. Minimum purchase required. Cannot be combined with other advertised offers. See store or website for details.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
You're listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Welcome back into the After Hours Lounge. I am your host, Dan Campanen, alongside Jake Janicek. What a great day and what a great weekend it is about to be, because the Masters Golf Tournament,
yes, sir,
is going to be on air all weekend. So be prepared for those docile tones. That is Jim Nance's voice leading you through a weekend of wild golf. Today, I think we got one of the best showings out of a single player that I have had the opportunity to see forever. I am once again going to not assume, or I'm going to assume that I have cursed Rory McIlroy once again by mentioning him live on my radio program, because the success is the proof is in the pudding, apparently. Yes. With my cursing him. Boy, if you want to talk about a guy, I mean, I said on Tuesday that we're going to get to see a Rory McIlroy that is playing a lot freer and a lot looser. And boy, howdy have we.
Yes.
He was a little bit more up and down on the front today, but good for him. It was a lot more up than it was down. Had one bogey on the front and said, all right, I'm just going to keep parring this thing out. One bogey on the back and said, all right, I gotta keep this together. Leads off number 10 with that bogey, par, birdie, birdie, par, birdie, 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 to finish it 12 under on the day.
I wish I was good at golf.
Boy, I mean, with the way that the weather is shaping up into this weekend, and with the way that everyone else seems to be playing with these course conditions right now, it's really Rory McIlroy's tournament to lose at this point.
1000%.
He might be going up there. Now, I don't know if they give him a second green jacket if he gets a second one.
I actually don't know how that
Maybe
works.
for ceremonial purposes, he gets a second one, but
put on the same jacket he has.
Honestly, I think that's actually what they do.
Yeah.
Because he has a permanent locker at Augusta National with his green jacket in it. So
has someone ever has someone won back-to-back?
Tiger.
Tiger has.
Tiger famously won back-to-back. Yeah.
I don't remember what they do exactly with the green jacket ceremony. Is it just the person that won before him?
Yeah.
And that gives it to him. It's not like that one Obama meme where he's like giving himself the thing.
So it sort of like quite literally is.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's going to go into Butler if he wins, hypothetically, he goes into Butler Cabin after the tournament, and Jim Nance is going to have that awkward moment where he's going to be like, well, I'm supposed to give you a jacket right now. Like someone is supposed to like give you a jacket, but you can't exactly give yourself a jacket. Like you're not just going to put on your own jacket. Like it's tradition that the person who won the year before at the actual award ceremony gives him the green jacket.
Yep.
So someone's going to put a green jacket on Rory McIlroy, most likely. Obviously, you still get the trophy. So
Yes.
that's always cool. Looking down the field, though, it's not as crowded as I expected it to be. I mean, behind Rory, of course, you got Burns and you got Pat Reed, both at 6 under. Justin Rose and Shane Lowry and Tommy Fleetwood, all at 5 under. Biggest story of the day as far as start to end, Tyrrell Hatton started the day 2 over and then stormed 6 shots back to get to 4 under. Hao Tong Lee played a pretty spectacular round of golf today. Only 2 bogeys, on the card all day. Not a whole heck of a lot to complain about there. And then the one who I think was putting it together towards the end of the day that I'll be interested to see exactly what he makes of his day tomorrow, Cameron Young. Started out the day, I believe, 1 over par, only had 1 bogey on the card today and got to 4 under. And from what his round looked like, he wasn't really in for anything terribly spectacular, but he had a couple holes out there where I think he had a few shots that he wanted back, a few shots that he missed and scrambled for to either make par or to, on some of the par 5s, eke out a birdie. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do tomorrow. Don't know where the weekend's going to lead us.
I mean, it feels like the Saturday and Sunday, there's always some chaos that happens at the Masters. So,
and
something's going to happen. Rory might double bogey a hole and never just be like, oh my gosh, like it'll be interesting.
Big surprise of it all. Early this morning, projected cut line was 2 over, 3 over. It was kind of muddling right through there. 4 over. That's where your cut line is today. And that's pretty high for a Masters right now. The course is playing a lot harder than I think most people expected it to this year. Some of the most notable names who did not make that cut: JJ Spawn, your US Open winner from 2 years ago. Bryson DeChambeau couldn't quite bring it back, doubled on the last hole. Should maybe have made it. There was a lot of bad that turned into a lot of worse for him today, unfortunately. That's just always terrible. Fred Couples, we saw that extremely unsatisfying blow up that he had yesterday. But the real story, unfortunately, 4th year in a row, no legitimate low amateur will be making it into Butler Cabin to sit next to Rory McIlroy. But what a week.
Yeah.
Young Mr. Howell got to have because of all the people to get paired with both days. You get Cameron Young, who by all rights seems like a pretty cool fella. And then, you're an amateur golfer. You're only 18. You haven't gone to college yet. Congratulations on your enrollment in Georgia in the fall, by the way, Mr. Howell. You're going to be playing with Rory McIlroy.
Insane.
And you're playing with 2026 Rory McIlroy. I can imagine playing with 2025 Rory McIlroy would make you quite possibly want to scratch your eyes out. Because there's a lot of pressure there. There's a lot of heavy is the head that wishes that it could wear the 4th major crown to have the all-around Grand Slam. This year, young Mr. Howell got the experience of a lifetime because Rory McIlroy was jovial. He was loose. He was talking to him basically throughout the entire round. I'm sure the whole time he was playing, he was probably like, I don't have kids who I play against in high school tournaments and the U.S. junior amateur tournaments who talk to me this much. And I've got Rory McIlroy, someone who I know for being an 18-year-old, he's seen his entire career unfold in front of him. And probably, honestly, is probably the mold in which he was building his golf career from such a young age. So it's always fun when you get stories like that. I love the fact that they invite different amateurs to come out and play in this tournament and that you have to win to get in. That's always a nice little thing about it.
And who wouldn't want to play at Augusta? I will always say this, by far the most beautiful course, I think, out of all. You might disagree, but I think there's just nothing better than Augusta, and it's definitely a dream spot. I'm not very good at golf. I try my best, but it'd be a dream thing to just play at Augusta, and it's really cool that they allow these amateurs to go out and play on this course, and it's just a moment that they'll never forget.
Yeah, I'm never going to knock Augusta. It's an absolutely perfect course. Every year when you see, especially when you look at how they maintain it, when they kind of give you that little like YouTube video of like inside the Masters, how we're maintaining the course. A lot of work goes into making that thing look as perfect as possible for 4 straight days. And then it still looks that good for the people who actually are members there.
Yeah.
And boy, there's ever a way that someone just wants to gift me a membership to Augusta National Golf Course, I'll accept it.
Yeah.
Better be free because I'm not paying that price.
No.
That's a crazy fee. Last but not least, the man that everyone will have their eyes on come this weekend to see if he can make a big move. It's going to have to be a monumental mountain move. Is young Mr. Scotty Scheffler. New baby in tow. Meredith hanging out at the golf course with young Bennett as well. He is at even par right now.
Yep.
A spot that I don't think we thought that we would see him in.
I mean, he was, I think, the second odds-on favorite to win going into the tournament.
Always is.
And I mean, I know Roy was the favorite, but yeah, Scotty was, and unfortunately, just not doing. You're right, a tough hill to climb of trying to get to reach that 7 under par.
So if you're like me, you'll be keeping your eyes on the Masters golf tournament this weekend. When we come back, we're going to get into a couple of new little portal updates before we get you out of here. If you missed any of that segment, check it out on soundcloud.com/afterhours. Whoa, SoundCloud. 1620thezone.com.
There you go, Dan.
That's where we're at now under the radio replay section. And it was brought to you by Jerry Ryan. Hey, you might not be a professional golfer, but you know what? Jerry Ryan is going to help you dress professional because they are the best suit buying experience in the Midwest. They have all the options that you need. Sport coats, slacks, ties, golf polos, you name it. The only thing that they won't sell you is a green jacket, but Jerry Ryan has it all. Stop by 78th and Dodge to be the best dressed man at any event you attend. Let John, Dan, and the crew get your suit game and your closet game right today. Jerry Ryan, dressing Omaha for over 50 years.
Hey, I made my first million on this is it.
Hey everyone, it's Dan Campanen here for Railcar. What's your weekend lineup look like? How much would you like to add prime rib to that depth chart? Railcar right now, tonight, and tomorrow night, starting at 5 p.m., you can get Railcar's top-notch prime rib dinner. It lasts from 5 to 10, plus Railcar has a great late-night happy hour. So if you're feeling a little bit hungry in the Omaha area today, you get out to 114th and Center, try you some Railcar.
Spring is here, and you know what that means? Rain, roots, and backed up drains. Over the winter, tree roots grow deep into your pipes, and spring rains can push your main line over the edge. Before you're dealing with a messy backup, call AX Plumbing. Their team specializes in mainline cleaning, root removal, and keeping your plumbing flowing smoothly all season long. Fast, reliable, done right the first time. Don't wait for disaster. Schedule your spring drain cleaning today at axpsservice.com. AX Plumbing, clearing the way for a stress-free spring.
The weather's warming up, meaning ants, wasps, and termites are teaming up to invade your home. It's time to call in a better team. At Recon Pest Services, we stop the bugs before they take over. But our commitment doesn't stop at your front door. We care for your property like it's our own because our community is our family. We're dedicated to making Omaha better by supporting local youth sports, events, and community causes. Partner with a pest control company that truly cares. Visit ReconPestServices.com today and stay protected all season long.
The real game changer in college athletics, it's coaches. And at Bellevue University, there is an experienced team of coaches who know you both as an athlete and as a person. Plus, there are student coach advisors who are there to provide individualized academic support every step of the way as you progress towards your degree. At Bellevue University, you're not just another athlete. You belong. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no-obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
Is your car making weird noises? Don't wait until a small issue turns into a big repair bill. Take it to Mad Hatter Auto Repair, where they take the madness out of auto repair. From oil changes and brakes to full diagnostics, their expert team gets you back on the road fast and without breaking the bank. Honest, reliable, local. That's the Mad Hatter difference. Follow the Little White Rabbit to 140th and West Center Road in Omaha or 34th and West Broadway in Council Bluffs. Mad Hatter Auto Repair, where your car gets treated right.
My name's Stephen Butler, and I own Controlled Comfort. And we've been in business for 6 decades. And in those 6 decades, I like to think that everything we do is about the art of comfort. It's about the skill of our people, but it's also about the integrity, because at the end of the day, I value my employees, so they value you. And that's really all this is about. If you get cold this winter, think about us. We'll come help you out. We'll get you out of bind. It'll be fair, it'll be fast, and it'll be the right price.
Control Comfort keeps it under control.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Have you been injured in an accident? You shouldn't have to fight with insurance companies or deal with medical bills alone. You need an experienced injury lawyer who'll protect your rights while you focus on healing. At Chandler Conway, our team understands the legal process and will handle your case with dedication. Our goal is simple: to secure the compensation you deserve. Call us today or visit chandlerconway.com for a free consultation. Don't face this challenge alone. Let us support you every step of the way.
As he heads off into the sunset, the final words from head coach Greg McDermott.
The number of incredible people that I've had the opportunity to meet and work with, and people that support our program, they've made Omaha feel home to our family from the jump. To me, it's always been about the people. Bruce sold that to me in our interview, and it was not window dressing. That's the way it's been from day one on the job, and that's the way he ran the program, and it's continued. Just a lot of wonderful people, and certainly you're one of them. So it's the privilege has been mine, my friend.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
What you know about that? What you know about that? What you know about that? Hey, don't you know I got shit out of 3 when I church out the church, man. Do it now, say it.
Welcome back inside the After Hours Lounge. I'm Dan Campion. He, across the board, is Jake Janicek. And as we get brought in by TI asking us, what do we know about that? We find out that we don't know as much as we thought about golf. And that's why we had to bring in an expert.
Yes.
Kurt Janicek, Jake's dad, is here with us. How are you tonight, Kurt?
Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
Oh, it's Dan.
I'm great.
Jimmy's not here today. It's Dan Campion.
I've got a little bit more hair than that man, who's usually in my chair.
You're all good.
So, Dan, know the old saying, "Father knows best," right?
Indeed, I do.
Yes. So I have to correct my son again. No, I'm kidding. So what will happen if Rory wins, which I hope he doesn't, because I bet Patrick Reed, the chairman, Fred Ridley, will put the jacket on Rory.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I didn't think that they would, double jacket him or anything like that, but
No. So Fred will put it on Rory if he wins. And then another thing that Jake was wrong with. No, Scotty was a favorite. He was a favorite this week. Scotty will be the favorite to win every major until he's not number one anymore.
Yeah, makes sense.
I was gonna say I kind of figured that he would be one of the favorites, but I never really look at the betting odds until at least day 2. Once it's a little bit short up, because especially in the Masters, almost anything can happen.
Oh, absolutely. And yes, he's sitting on the largest lead in Masters history after 36 holes. But if it's going to be as dry and crispy as that they're forecasting it to be, those greens are going to be so tough to hold a ball. It will bring the whole field back into the game.
Yeah, and I mean, Rory got the win last year, but I remember 2010 Rory McIlroy going to sleep, taking a quick little nap, and then waking up and going, oh no, he dropped about 10, 15 places on the leaderboard.
When you take a snowman on number 10, that's not gonna win you any tournaments.
Nope.
It sure isn't. Thank you so much for calling in tonight, Kurt.
Yeah, thank you, Dad.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yep. I'll talk to you in a bit, Dad.
Wonderful. All right. So only other thing that I really had for this segment, and actually, let's see what we got coming up. Interesting. Jake, you know what? Why don't we make this the time for final thoughts? How does that feel for you?
Final thoughts? Okay.
Yeah. But before we get to that, I did want to pop on to one little thing, because we've gotten some, I guess you would call it new news, as some folks have said before in the past. Creighton has gotten some alleged positive news today. First off, Mike Menenga, new assistant basketball coach in the, I guess you would call it, the Alan Huss era.
Yes, definitely now.
That'll be exciting. He's leaving Oregon to come on back to Creighton. So, little Creighton connection there, no matter what, under Dana Altman for the last couple of years. But the biggest things, as confirmed by Mike Sauter today, Hudson Greer is coming back.
Huge.
He's going to be a J next year. Very exciting. Obviously, as Jake well knows, because he was here for both of the times that it was said on Saturday.
Yes.
By John Bishop, Connor Happer, and myself. He was a spark off the bench for the Jays in that final game of the Crown, even though that they fell in that final game, unfortunately. Be good to have him back next year. That scoring prowess off the bench will be very important to have. And then maybe even more important, quite possibly, depending upon what he looks like this upcoming year, but a Dundee breakfast / lunch connoisseur that is Jackson McAndrew is coming back to Creighton. The big dog from Minnesota
huge
is saying, I want to keep eating in Omaha, Nebraska. Nothing warms my, if this is, and I'm not doubting Mike Sauter and his confirmations of Creighton keeping certain people, but if we get word from Jackson McAndrew, I haven't checked his Instagram, I haven't checked his Twitter at all, but if we get word from Jackson McAndrew that he's staying at Creighton this next year, I will immediately be putting out the Idris Elba gif. I want you to tell CeeLo that we back up.
Heck yeah.
Because
one of the best.
You want to talk about a team that's going to be fully reloaded underneath the Alan Huss era. And he talked about it. in his opening press conference, in the phone conversation that he had with me after the West Virginia game, these guys are going to be good next year. And this is going to be a dangerous, dangerous squad. So we'll be having a lot of interesting conversations around this Creighton basketball team as the spring takes off. Jake, I don't know if I told you or not, but it's time for our closing arguments of the night.
Okay, so we're doing the closing arguments now. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta hit me with one take that you have.
I mean, I'm gonna be one that's very close home to me since I am a Thunder fan. We're getting wrapped up here. I know there's a lot of talk about Wemby. I know there's a lot of talk about Nikola Jokic. Luka, unfortunately, I think is out of the race, but I got to go with my boy Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to win the NBA MVP. Still, in my opinion, he is the most efficient player, most consistent player in the NBA, and he's having a better season than he did last year when he won MVP. And I think it's going to be, again, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander winning back-to-back MVPs.
Does it bother you that he consistently can't play through contact?
I knew you're going to bring that up. Yes, even me being a Thunder fan, I'm not blind to it. Sometimes when he does his weird little kick things and his little drive thing, I'm just like, come on, man, what are you doing? But I still think at the end of the day, he is the most clutch player in the league. So many times this season, we can always rely on him just in the last minute all the time, unless he does a bit of an elbow and gets an offensive foul, but happens sometimes. But end of the day, I still think Shai is the MVP, but no disrespect to Wemby. Wemby is still defensive player of the year and everything like that. I just think that maybe that might be Wemby's season next season. This one going to be Shai's.
I'll take that. It's not a horrible take. I don't generally appreciate Shai and the way that team seems to play basketball all the time is obviously something that I have made my disdain for extremely well known. My trash take of the night, I'm going to take it over to women's basketball.
Okay.
Sounds like there's a new number one.
Ooh.
A new first pick in this draft. I am unsure of how this ended up happening, but Olivia Miles is your new alleged number one pick in the WNBA draft. Obviously had a stellar tournament to close out the year. Averaged 19 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 9 assists. As a point guard in the women's game, those are great numbers. She's a double-double machine. Obviously, the transfer from Notre Dame to TCU helped her out, opened up her game a little bit more, I think. Notre Dame, pretty hardcore system to have to, play ball in just in general. But I mean, putting her next to Paige Beckers, rookie of the year last year, that'll be something good. It sounds like Awa Pham, the center from Spain, allegedly is going to be the second pick of the draft to the Minnesota Lynx. I look forward to that. It'll be interesting. I like the pair up with Cheryl Reed there to see exactly how she will fit into American basketball and how she'll fit into that system. But if I know anything, Napheesa Collier and Awa Pham would be a great combination. I still 100%, if my Minnesota Lynx are going to go post player, I want Betts. In that game against Minnesota, she had 2 times where she caught the ball in the post, did one dribble, and had like the classic dream shake post move straight to the rack. And it just made me say, I still think that she would be my pick if I'm going for a post player. And surprisingly enough, and it's only because of what the two teams flip around, however that's going to work. Easy Fudd.
Yeah.
After the mild NCAA tournament that she had, is probably going to go third to the Seattle Storm. And now she could still go number one. I'm not going to ever knock any of that to see her not go number one. But in Seattle, I think she would find a place where the lights are dim a little bit. It can get a little bit quieter for her. And that team's been waiting for a little bit of a superstar ever since Sue Bird retired. And you got a superstar in Azzi Fudd. She knows how to ball. I mean, when they came to Omaha, I think there were more UConn jerseys than Creighton jerseys in the building. And that's just, I mean, that's more a knock for Gino Ariema and the gals and how they play the basketball game.
Definitely.
But it's always nice to see. I love this time of year when the NBA draft, the WNBA draft, and the NFL draft are all starting to kind of coalesce. I love, all the people that we follow the most around here with having the college game be so close to home. It's the easiest one to kind of know and to see all the people who are coming around. But
I know it's pretty much off-season time.
It is. I mean, we're going to be making up a lot of baseball stories as the summer goes along. And I hope you stick with us throughout the summer, throughout the rest of the spring, and for the rest of time. Because if you missed any of the show tonight, you can check it out on our radio replay page at 1620thezone.com. Whole show tonight brought to you by Williams Law. Let Bob Williams defend you and your loved ones if you've been wrongfully accused. Maybe you're facing a DUI and have questions. Maybe your son's been hanging out with the wrong crowd, got caught up in someone else's kerfuffles. Let Williams Law give you a free, no obligation consultation today. Call 402-522-6317 and get the answers you're looking for. Or check out WilliamsLawLLC.com today. For Jake Janicek, I've been Dan Campanen. Happy National Hug Your Dog Day. Ooh.
Host is roasting every morning. Host is roasting every day.
How does Host Coffee provide the best coffee for your workplace? By finding the richest,